Now at 10, a Pittsburgh doctor's license is suspended after the death of a patient. Plus, a former city employee brings a wrongful termination lawsuit against the city of Carthage. And a special event in Joplin gives shoppers an opportunity to fill some stockings with some handcrafted gifts.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Kansas State Board of Healing Arts suspends a Pittsburgh doctor's license after a patient dies from an anesthesia overdose. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. Dr. Jacqueline Eutzis, who founded Renew Medical and Spa, practiced family medicine and dermatology treatments. According to the state board, Eutzis administered excessive lidocaine to a 67-year-old woman during a cosmetic procedure in 2024. The patient suffered seizures, became unresponsive, and died from lidocaine toxicity. The board says Eutzis misrepresented how much anesthesia she gave the patient. The emergency order takes effect immediately and remains in place pending further proceedings. You can read more about this story at KOAMnewsnow.com. Former Carthage Parks and Recreation Director Abigail Allmendinger has filed a wrongful termination lawsuit against the city. She alleges retaliation after uncovering corruption within the department and supporting the former city administrator. Allmendinger claims she was suspended without pay and later fired in 2025. The lawsuit seeks damages for lost wages and emotional distress. The case is currently pending. Let's go straight to meteorologist Austin Stantz now with a first look at some unseasonal weather.
Yeah, so it is unseasonable here in the 4 states, but up about 60,000 feet. It's chilly up there where Santa Claus is right now. We last saw him in Quebec, Canada. He's now headed for Ontario, Canada. And believe me, it is chilly up there at 60,000 feet, but believe me, he is going to thaw out as he heads to the 4 states. Take a look at these record temperatures that we saw today. 77 degrees was our high temperature today. Record temperature was 75, set back in 2021. 2025 now holds the warmest Christmas Eve in Joplin. So it is definitely a record holiday out there for us for sure. Christmas Eve, new record today, 77 degrees. That was updated. Christmas Day, 72. The projected high, 75. So another record breaker heading into tomorrow, and the opportunity to break a couple more records heading into the weekend is not off the table. Now here's some December history for us. The warmest December on record was in 2021, but prior to yesterday, over 1,000 days since our last 70-degree temperature in December. 2025 will be the first time ever that Joplin has recorded 5 consecutive days above 70 degrees out there. And our rainfall way below average, only 0.4 of an inch when we're usually around just over 2.5. This evening, going to be very mild tonight, 61 degrees for tonight. But I am tracking that winter heat wave, how much longer we can expect that to stick around. Your next chance for some rainfall, and I'm keeping tabs on Santa. All that's coming up in my full forecast.
Thanks, Austin. NORAD mainly tracks air traffic over North America, but started tracking Santa 70 years ago after a Sears ad printed their phone number by mistake. Calls meant for Santa connected to NORAD's operations center, where the team decided to play along and update kids on Santa's location. This happy accident became a holiday tradition, delighting millions and sparking questions like, how does Santa deliver gifts all in one night?
I've been flying airplanes for 23 years, and what I can see from being on the operations floor and tracking Santa Claus is Santa's sleigh must have some different time and space continuity than the rest of us, because as I fly through the globe and around the globe, and I've been around the globe over the last 2 decades, I watch Santa move at a time and space that we can't do yet. However, we are able to track him, and we're able to keep track of him as he goes around and delivering presents.
And during the holidays, NORAD's crew of more than 1,000 military and civilian volunteers can swell to 1,500. In the digital age, the NORAD Santa Tracker expanded to online platforms, including a website and social media, providing interactive tracking and holiday-themed activities for children globally. You can find a link for the online Santa Tracker on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Holiday travel is in full swing, and AAA is expecting a record number of motorists on the roads. The company says 109 million Americans will travel by car. That's a 2% increase from last year. Tips from AAA include practicing patience in busy traffic, yielding for emergency personnel and roadside assistance technicians, and having a sober driver if you drink alcohol.
Overall travel, we're expecting more than 122 million Americans. So that's a lot of people moving all at once. Make sure you're planning accordingly and getting to where you want to be without having to rush.
According to AAA, their company is prepared to come to the rescue of around 10,000 motorists in Missouri and Kansas alone during the holiday travel period. Another sure sign of the holidays, shopping until the very last minute. Some folks out at the North Park Mall in Joplin did just that. While some Christmas shoppers were looking to score some last-minute deals, some just wanted to finish their list.
It's definitely stressful. A lot of the things that you looked at are missing. It's definitely harder. A lot of the people are out here doing the same thing, so you're running into a lot of people that are just stressful shopping.
Yeah, generally. I feel like, especially on jewelry, they usually have good deals right before Christmas.
If you didn't get all of your Christmas shopping done, well, hopefully Santa's got you covered. The Joplin Empire Market also offered up a special shopping event for those last-minute shoppers. The Tinsel and Tiding Christmas Eve Market brought folks out this morning in search of local handmade gifts and some fresh food for the holiday table. The Joplin Empire Market offered the special event in part as the market would be closed this coming Saturday. Organizers say the event serves as a great way to celebrate the holiday and the community.
So this is a great opportunity for our makers. So this is very much leaned in on the makers market, an opportunity for the artisans to also get one last opportunity to sell their crafts.
The Joplin Empire Market is usually open Saturdays from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. A nonprofit in Joplin opens its doors for the holiday. Coming up, how Watered Gardens looks to feed the body and the spirit, but up for setting the table for the community.
One local business owner is spreading Christmas cheer one meal at a time. I'm Nellie Lopez. More details on that coming up.
Parsons, Kansas restaurant went out of its way to spread some Christmas cheer. KOAM's Nellie Lopez gives us the insight of how a Christmas traditional meal can mean so much more.
Just show our support and love for them that they show us.
Jason Smart, the owner and manager of Benders, prepares a traditional meal to serve his community, who also became part of his family.
It's about being with your family. Just the holidays, people, a lot of people don't have a place to go to eat, so instead of charging them, just they can come here and eat.
In the season of giving and spending time with others, a free meal is sometimes overlooked.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. There's a lot of people that needs that help right now. There's people out there starving, and that's very sad, and this is a wonderful thing that they're doing, and they have great food here.
One of the Parsons residents noticed the efforts that Benders put for this free meal.
Not a lot of restaurants can afford that, especially personally owned. I hope they get it back tenfold. I really hope they help other people like this.
But this wasn't just a time to enjoy dinner, but also where the community become closer to one another for the season.
It's where people are coming together to help each other and be together and make new friends and learn about the community, and it's just a wonderful thing for the Christmas holidays where people can give from their hearts and their souls and just help people in need.
In Parsons, Kansas, I'm Nellie Lopez, KOAM News.
Jason says he hopes this can turn into something bigger and help more families who need it for the holidays. Watered Gardens is offering a Christmas Eve service, a meal to those who need it most. For most people, the Christmas season can be very lonely, and the ministry wanted to open its doors to anyone who needs the connection. That's true for a lot of people, certainly. A church service starts the festivities, followed by a meal with all the fixins. A little bit later, the voice of the Chiefs breaks out the big guns to deliver a Christmas message to the kingdom.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and he'll be greeted with some record warmth. I'll have the details coming up. Well, it sure was a record-breaking day out there today. We saw record temperatures for your Christmas Eve, so that now belongs to 2025. Let's take a look at your Skywatch storm tracker here and see what we're seeing out there right now. Here's Santa Claus, last spotted in Ontario, Canada. He is now making his way to Thunder Bay right now. You see him here, Rudolph leading the way. And my goodness, is it probably chilly at about 60,000 feet, but back here at home, not as cold. We're seeing things very mild out there today. You notice probably the cloud cover out there today with the sunshine breaking through. That's known as altostratus clouds. So you have these kind of mid-level clouds that aren't very thick, still transparent enough to let some of that sunshine through. And we still warmed up to upper 70s today. Right now, currently in the mid to upper 60s across much of the region right now. If you're off to the far northwest, Neodesha, Yates Center, Chanute, Iola, you're in the 50s currently. The rest of us sitting in the 60s. Joplin, 66 degrees still currently. Here's our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex camera here. Notice the flagpoles not really gusting as much as they were earlier around 9 o'clock this evening, but we're going to see those gusts pick up again heading into the later evening and overnight hours. 61 overnight tonight. Boy, is that above average for us. Winds, as I mentioned, increasing heading into the overnight hours to gusting around 20 miles per hour by about 6 a.m. By 10 a.m. Christmas Day, gusting to around 25 miles per hour. The good news is they're still coming out of the south. So those temperatures going back up into the mid to upper 70s tomorrow. We'll see gusts near 30 miles per hour by the late afternoon, early evening on your Christmas Day. Let's talk about fog. We're going to have a little bit of an issue with fog off to our northwest, down to around 1/10 of a mile in terms of visibility. So Rudolph definitely going to be using his nose to guide Santa through the northwestern portions of the 4 states heading into Christmas Day here. Now at Christmas Day, looking really good. That fog clears up. 72 degrees by noon, 75 our projected high. The record is at 72 degrees set back in 2021. Now heading into Friday, we have a little bit of cloud cover that moves in. That clears out relatively quick. By the afternoon, temperatures back into the 70s there, an opportunity to break some even more records here. This is all because of this massive, dramatic ridge that we're seeing here, bringing in this warm air. We have the flow coming off the Gulf right now, bringing in the warmest air. The further north you go in the upper flow, you get southwest to westerly flow coming out there, bringing in some cooler temperatures if you're further north. But for us, we're getting the warmest flow out of this ridge right now. We do have a system off to the west that is going to begin the low pressure that's going to cause a trough here in our flow. That's going to continue moving eastward and making a potential opportunity to see a system in our area giving us some showers heading into the weekend. Let's take a quick peek at that here. Temperatures going to get much cooler heading into Sunday night into Monday as this system passes. A few chances of a brief shower Sunday morning into the afternoon. Wind shift line or cold front passes. Temperatures down into the 20s heading into Monday morning there. So it's going to be a chilly start. So temperatures are coming back down, and we will get a little bit of a taste of reality here, and it's going to feel more like December right at the end there. Then we're down to 34 on Monday, back up to 45, creeping up back above average into the 50s by late next week.
Yeah, that reality is going to hit us like a cold drink poured over our heads.
Yeah, don't put the winter coats away. It still is December.
I'm sure we will need them eventually. Thanks, Austin. The road to Christmas is a treacherous one in Southern California as a powerful storm rolls through that area. As Gwen Baumgartner reports, Governor Gavin Newsom today proclaimed a state of emergency in several counties as a series of atmospheric rivers has brought heavy rainfall and strong winds.
In the mountain town of Wrightwood, about 75 miles outside of Los Angeles, mud and debris flows inundated neighborhoods, making roads impassable. San Bernardino fire officials say their main focus is life safety, with crews doing door-to-door checks. This wet Christmas is expected to eclipse the average rainfall in the area for this time of year.
We're looking at a total of 4 to 8 inches of rain to occur through late week.
The Christmas Eve storm stranded drivers on roads across the area.
We thought we were going to get a detour through here, and we ended up getting stuck.
As the water grew higher, this father jumped in to help his daughter when her car became trapped.
The hearts all.
And take a look at the Los Angeles River, proof of just how heavy this rainfall continues to be, leading to rapidly rising water levels and dangerous flood conditions. Ahead of the storm, people stocked up on sandbags to protect their homes.
Our house is like a little bit lower, so it's at a slope, so the water can come in. So we've had that issue before. So trying to keep my family, dry.
Authorities are especially concerned about neighborhoods burned by wildfires last January and warned residents Tuesday to evacuate.
Hi, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Steve Chaclair and his family plan to ride this one out.
Better than spending it in Airbnb that's a third this size, no room for a tree, and just wasn't home. It's so great to spend Christmas at home.
More rain is expected through Christmas Day. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, the Chiefs take the field on Christmas night against the Broncos. We're going to have this week's Minute with Mitch next. And the Seneca Indians have reached the mountaintop with their first state title in 30 years. When we return, we're going to hear from the Indians' head coach and quarterback as they recap their season.
The Seneca Indians are back on top after winning their first state championship in 3 decades. And after a historic season, I made the trip to Seneca to talk to head coach Cody Hilburn and quarterback Brody Probert to recap and reflect on the season. I know over the last couple of weeks you guys have been able to reflect on the season. Just kind of what comes to mind when you think about this year and getting the state title?
Yeah, just what a ride it's been, not just this year, but the previous years. And I don't know if it made it sweeter, but the last 2 years we came up short, and to be able to do all that work to get back to the state championship and then come up with a different result made it that much more special.
Yeah, Brody, what about you? Just kind of what are the feelings, especially for you as a senior, being able to reflect on your last year and being able to bring back a state title to Seneca?
Yeah, kind of like Coach said. I mean, it means a lot for your final game to go out and bang and just be able to have a state title on you.
Yeah, now looking back at the state title, first one in 30 years, Coach, for you specifically, you're from here. You graduated from here. You came back. Just what were the emotions now looking back? Just you were emotional after the game thinking about it. Just how much this place means to you and the players that you have. Just kind of what comes to mind.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is I wanted it so bad for these players. I wanted it so bad for our assistant coaches and our community. This is the community that football means something to our community. You could see that by the 1,500 people in the stands, and not to have a state title here for 30 years is too long. And just how bad everybody wanted it. Yeah, I got a little emotional there at the end. Pretty special for everybody involved.
Yeah, and Brody, for you, being able to play for a coach that knows what it's like to be here at Seneca and be able to play for a guy that has so much passion for this place, just how cool has it been to be able to win a state title with him?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, it's been pretty good past 4 years, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, and Coach, you mentioned, lost the 2 previous years in the state title game. You said you wouldn't even know what you would say after the game. That relief, just all the motivation that went into this year, knowing how close you guys have been, the relief, just all the excitement all pouring out at once. Just how proud you are of this team and of this core to be able to not flinch, like you said, be able to bounce back from losing 2 straight title games.
Yeah, we talk a lot about doing things the right way, not on the field, not just on the field, but off the field as well. And we say to give yourself a chance, you have to do things the right way. And sometimes in life, you do things the right way and it still doesn't go your way. And that was the case the previous 2 years. These guys did everything right, and it just didn't go our way. And for them guys to show back up and go through the journey again and continue to do things the right way and finally get rewarded for that was just meant the world to me.
Yeah, and Brody, for you as a guy that's been with this program for 4 years, just losing 2 straight state title games, being able to come back with the motivation, what was it like for this group? Being one of those leaders, knowing that, hey, I got one more run, a lot of us have one more run to go get over the hump and get it done.
Yeah, I mean, after we lost those past 2 years, we just really had to come together at the beginning of the year and reset, reevaluate, redo everything. And to be able to come out and, like you said, and on a state championship, it's pretty great.
To see the full interview, head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com or our YouTube page. The Kansas City Chiefs will run out of the tunnel at Arrowhead Stadium for the final time on Christmas when they battle the Denver Broncos. In this week's edition of Minute with Mitch, the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis, has a special guest for his yearly holiday tradition.
It's a 30-year tradition, the Minute with Mitch Dear Santa letter. This year, the Dear Santa letter comes from my granddaughter, Cora Holtis. Cora?
Dear Santa, I would like a softball necklace. I would also like to meet Taylor Swift. And I guess I wouldn't mind an Idris Kennedy softball jersey. You know what, Grandpa? You know what I really want is the Chiefs Kingdom to get that amazing spirit back in 2026.
Cora, I love that, and I love you too. We both want to see the Chiefs Kingdom get that spirit back in 2026. And we also both want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry in Joplin and Pittsburgh.
The Chiefs looking to play spoiler on Thursday night under the lights with a win over the Broncos. Kickoff at 7:15 from Kansas City. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Better be getting to bed soon because Santa will be coming before long, but boy, it doesn't feel like Santa weather out there.
It sure doesn't. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, warmest on record, officially belongs to 2025. We do cool down heading into the weekend as a low pressure system brings in a cold front and a chance for a little rain.
Very good. Christmas like 90 minutes away. Thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, let's make it a great tomorrow.